Paul, a disappointing night for you. How did you see the game?
Well, I think it was a disappointing night for everyone who came, apart from the Oxford following, obviously. Really disappointing. Like, we just have to pick. I just said to the lads in there very quickly, there's no point having a massive debrief when everyone's emotional. I think everyone feels disappointed, staff, players. That's not what we're involved in, to put on a performance like that. So disappointing is the thing. I think at the moment, whenever we make a mistake, we're getting punished, which is disappointing. Like, the goal is obviously stoppable at many different parts of it, so that's disappointing. And then I just thought it took their goal to sort of engage us in any positive play, and I asked the lads before they went out, to be brave on the ball and that. I just didn't think we were. And I picked the team, so it's on me. I'm not blaming the lads. I picked the team. And then second half, thought we started a little bit better, a little bit brighter, but obviously we're chasing the game, so we're going to be open. So I appreciate they're going to pick us off every now and again, but the risk was worth taking at 1-0. There's no point having a 1-0 scoreline. I'd rather lose 2-0, ironically, or 3-0, because we're trying to get back into the game and you're trying to give the fans something to get behind. The lads' performance second half was considerably better and the fans had something to get behind. Obviously, Waggy gets his goal and he was bright. Wash came on, was bright. Could have scored if it had swiveled his body, which would have been a 2-2, which would have been great. And Tomo was bright. Kane came on and played over an hour. He showed touches. He's still not 100% match fit. And there was sort of moments sporadically. I'm not trying to sugarcoat any bad news. Sporadically we had moments, but not enough. And in fairness, when they counter-attacked us, they had a bit of class and pace and took us to the sword. So there's errors in our play. I'm well aware of that. It's my first rodeo, so I'm well aware of that. We need to address that. We need to pick a team that's going to be competitive Saturday, and I look forward to watching a response from all of us in the building. I don't want Derby fans to turn up and watch a below standard performance, but we played against a good team tonight, who I think are going to be right up there. I've said that from day one, but I still expect more from us. And there might be reasons, which obviously I'm going to keep under my hat, but there might be reasons for certain things, and that's our job to eradicate that for the weekend and pick a team that are going to be competitive. And I just thought, we're like a nearly team at the moment. We nearly clear it, and we get punished. We nearly score off a set piece. We nearly get on the end of things. We nearly, and it just felt like there was times in our game tonight where we looked nervy. I don't want us to ever look nervy. I can accept, but I just felt we looked nervy, and that's something that us as coaches have to address to, let the lads play a bit freer. So, so all in all, obviously I'm hugely disappointed. I don't think the scoreline flatters us at 2-1. I don't think on actual chances of the game there wasn't much in it, but the first goal was a big turning point, and we didn't really recover. So that's my overall, every emotion I got going through me. That, look, I look forward to getting back to the training pitch. I look forward to showing the lads. I look forward to, when we're a no excuse culture. We have to show the lads what we thought was good and what wasn't. But fundamentally, we need to erase these problems. We're 3 games in. We win today, you potentially could go joint top. I don't know how the other results are gone. You don't win today, and it looks a long way. But the performance is disappointing. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It was disappointing, and it's our job. The joy of football is, until he's told something different, you prepare the team for the next game, and we try and bounce back Saturday, and hopefully we leave here at 5 o'clock on Saturday feeling good about ourselves, thinking, right, look, come on, let's put that behind us and move on to the next one, and let's kick-start. So it feels like we had a step forward at the weekend and a bit of a step back tonight, so that's disappointing.
You mentioned the spells where you showed a little bit more intent, a little bit more bravery after the first goal, for example, and moments in the second half.
Yeah.
Will you point to those and say to the players, this is what we are looking for from you?
Yeah, I mean, we do the same process every time. So as you well know, if we win, I don't come skipping around the place, and if we lose, I try not to be too down, because it's just an even keel. It's like a marathon, not a sprint. But I always show the lads the good bits, that this is great play, and there will be parts of it tonight. But you leave the ground with the emotion of everything's so frustrating and doom and gloom. So I'll pick the good bits out. But I have to show them the bad bits, the bit where we don't get on the second ball, where we don't win the first contact, and they're the things. And it just felt like to me, and it's only a feeling, no one's backed up my honest feeling, we just looked a bit nervy. And, this is a fortress. We should enjoy playing here, and I think the lads do. But for whatever reason tonight, it might be the opposition, whatever. We just weren't on song enough to win the game.
I know it's always very quick to ask about this after the game, but you lost Joe Ward to injury, and Max Bird looked like he was in a bit of pain toward the end. How are they? Yeah,
well, Joe Ward felt his heel, so he said he landed on it, and in true selfish fashion of a football manager, I didn't actually ask him after the game. I just shook everyone's hand and got out. I didn't want to get involved in anything I'd regret. I don't honestly know about him. But with Birdie, I went onto the pitch straight away because I could see he was in pain, and I still don't know what it was because he wouldn't speak he was in that much pain. So I don't know if it's his ankle, his knee, I don't know what it was, and it's disappointing because Birdie, obviously, I don't want to lose any players through injury, but Birdie's been an outstanding performer so far. So hopefully he'll be absolutely fine, but the early signs are he will not. So which is as soon as I leave here before I do Radio Derby, I'll find out.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, mate.